Hey, we got our biogas system working, so now we can boil hot water with gas produced from our food waste. We're going to talk more about that in this video, so you can see the entire process how we got here. But first let me show you the newest addition to the team, which we have right here. Welcome to a new Project Kamp update.
No, I want to. You gotta be quicker.
It's here.
It's nice. It's nice and warm. I like it. It's really warm.
Yeah.
It's already full of mimosa. Yeah, she just said she wouldn't hear it.
Feels real now.
Okay.
Okay, first time testing the digger. I'm gonna go to the bottom of the land. Radio. There's an error message. Alright, so it's finally here, the digger in Project Kamp. Took a little bit longer than expected, a few delays here and there. But today we're gonna give it a test to use it a little bit. Note, I'm an amateur. I drove it once yesterday to base camp and that's it. I didn't really use all the sticks or the mechanisms to actually dig. So you're gonna see me trying that to see what it's like to be an amateur on a digger. And yeah, hopefully it stays alive. Seems pretty good. But first let me show you a bit about the machine. So let's go straight to the main feature. It has AI right there in this machine, very advanced. And besides that, the machine seems in pretty good condition, and the main reason is that it's revised, so repainted and taken care of, which is nice because it means the digger had some care to it after a few years. But the downside is we don't really know how worn out it was. But anyway, we brought it here locally to a digger maintainer, repair, mechanic guy. So it's all taken care of and good to go now. So we can give it a try. Alright. Here we have a little coat hanger. In order to record this, I have a camera inside, on the top and on the outside, so you can see what's going on. So, time to get started. So let's try to pretend to do a scoop. Okay. So out, no turning. Okay, like that. No turning. And then sort of scoop. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to scoop, but I scooped. Oops, feels really. Imagine digging at the same time with driving with all these variables. Whew. After the first try, we were ready to start do some work. But first I actually want to give this a try, which is a big puddle, especially when the rain is coming. Cars often either get a bit stuck here or they scrape. As you can see, it's pretty deep. So I think I'm just going to go back and forth a few times, seeing if we can make it a bit less steep. So road is fixed. I don't know if fix is the right word, but it's a bit flatter and the holes are less deep. It is one big mud pile, so hopefully it dries up, because now it still seems quite challenging to go through it with the car. Anyway, I practiced some digging. Next we're gonna go to the place I had originally in mind to clean the road edges. So here on the edges of the road there's quite a bit of soil, because every now and then the road gets bad and they put a bulldozer here, and then on the edges all the soil goes. But now a lot of water is flowing, but ideally this is more leveled with the grass field, so the water can flow in there instead of on the road. So there are all these piles here that kind of need to go. So I figured let's dig it there, or even with the bulldozer thing to flatten it a bit. I don't really know. I'm just gonna give it a try and we'll see how it goes. So here we are, the job is done, but I realized the time-lapse camera here wasn't working, so I didn't really properly capture it. Everything is nice and flat now. The water of the road can flow here, it's easier to maintain. But I guess first day on the job, so not everything perfect yet. Next time I'll make sure to put it on the camera and do the digging. Next digging job, here we have this road. And a lot of water is always flushing down when it rains, which erodes the road, and it's also waste that the water could flow there into the pond. So I want to dig up these edges so the water can flow over there. Let me show you a bit better the problem. So here is the normal height of the road, but this whole area here got washed out by the rain, so it's slowly degrading the road, which ideally we avoid, and the water doesn't do that. We're gonna get the digger and whoosh, flatten this. So I actually got started with the digger right away because I'm excited, but there was one quite of an important thing which we didn't do yet, and Colleen is doing it right now, which is adding the name of the top donor in a very elegant way.
Thanks, Mark.
So we marked the digger. Thanks for supporting, and everyone else that helped out. Really cool to finally have the digger here. So chapter closed, check. It's actually still quite hard to move the thing and all these different joysticks and different angles you can move at once, but really see a big difference between beginning to start with the digger and the end. So I think I just need to make a lot of hours and get better at it. But overall it's cool to having this big bucket and being able to do big scoops, because we can really do big landscaping work by making more swales, lakes, fixing roads. A lot of work to do on this big piece of land. And also, if you want to know more about the digger or technical specifications, you can find them in the research module. We also have one open question there, which is about attachments, because currently we have this bucket, but you can also attach other things like a drill to take out the roots, or a brush cutter so you can chop the trees, or a grabber so you can pick up stuff. Let us know what you think is a good attachment for us so we can get the most out of this machine. And in general, I would say have a look at the research module, because it's really where we share and document all the projects we do. Most of the work we've done, actually. There's also an academy with more condensed up information, and we want people to use it, share it, and contribute back with their knowledge. So we create one big knowledge database about sustainable living for free, open source. That's the Project Kamp mission. And one of the projects in there is also the Biodigester. We started this last year and we continue working on it this year. It's a bit of an iterative process. It's a bit of an experimental research project, but it's fun to follow. So let me show you some updates we made.
Here we have the biodigester from last season, which did not work. We don't know why yet, maybe because of leaks. And this year we want to try a new version with the new setup. So first we will empty out all the old stuff and then fill it with new compost. Okay, but maybe for the ones who just arrived. A biodigester is an airtight container where bacteria digest organic matter into fertilizer and biogas. This is a very simple way to understand it, but if you want more details, you can check update 100 or head to our research module. So this biodigester was built last season as a way to start learning this technology and building a prototype. We had some friends visiting who had a DIY design which was easy to build. It went good, just needed a couple days to start producing gas, but some leaks appeared and gas was not accumulating. It was abandoned over the winter, so now we need to make it work again. It seems like I'm the lucky guy to take on this project. But as a warning, better don't eat during the next few minutes.
Oh, it smells so bad.
Yeah. I guess this is quite smelly, so have some trick, some tiger balm always help. Nice cinnamon and yeah, eucalyptus smell to help a bit, yeah, guys.
Now as we emptied all the liquid from this valve, we now try to remove all the solid parts which are too big for this valve, and yeah, this will be very disgusting. We need to do it to create more volume, more usable volume. There's some gas inside.
This is the gas. Bubbles in there.
So now with the biodigester emptied, we can start making the changes. One issue you can see here with the pipes, they have the wrong length. So to get rid of that, we will build a new design. This is what I will do now. The compost inlet. As I said before, the designs of the pipes will be changed. The design what was built last year is what I called a top outlet design. You can see a diagram here and I will explain how it works. A biodigester has an inlet for kitchen waste, an outlet for biogas and an outlet for fertilizer. In the top outlet design, all pipes are connected to the top surface of the biodigester. As a result, the water level rises to the overflow point of the fertilizer outlet. The gas can exit the liquid biomass at the surface of the gas outlet pipe. The problem, however, is that the inlet pipe is lower than the outlet pipe, so we could never fill the biodigester to a level where the digested fertilizer will come out here. So the easiest way would be to just use a longer inlet, but I think I know a better design which I call the side outlet, and you can see a diagram here and I will explain how it works and what the advantage is. In the new design, called side outlet, the fertilizer outlet is attached to the side surface. This allows the water level to lower to the height of the opening, creating a larger surface area for the gas to exit from the liquid biomass. As I just explained, we will not use the top outlet anymore, so we have to close this hole so the gas does not exit here. Rubber gasket, we are using Teflon to really make sure we have no leaks. Let's make the hole for the side outlet design. Now I'm burning the edges here to have a nice flat surface. Here you can see how I want to build the side outlet. This is the inside of the biodigester, on the right is the outside, and the wall pass here in the middle needs to be airtight. So now I will install the wall pass and then we can connect the elbow.
Just enough arm for plate.
Okay, so now we can place the bucket for the fertilizer and install the overflow. This can just be put inside since it does not need to be airtight. Now I'm screwing the bladder into the outlet. Now with the new design built, we will fill the biodigester with water to do the pressure test. And in case you are wondering, the water is not wasted, we can use it because we have to mix the carbonium with water anyways. And additionally it's even an advantage because the water will heat up or would heat up if we had sun, but maybe we'll have in a few days. And yeah, because we need to have about, the best would be maybe 35 degrees water temperature would be very good. And if you are saying now in the comments your gas storage is way too small, we know that. This is just for the beginning to test it because we want to avoid possible leaks with the gasometer, which we have here. But yeah, this is for later when it works. Now the biodigester is filled until the necessary level. So now we will close it and blow the balloon and then check if it has leaks. Pressure test. The balloon is filled with air under pressure and now we will check if the air is escaping somewhere. As you can see, when we put soap and water on the tube, we see the bubble is expanding, so we know the air is leaking in the overflow. So we need to find the leaks and fill them. So finally, after a lot of tries and a lot of waiting for parts, the biodigester is airtight. We can see it here in the balloon, which stays full for more than 1 day. So let me explain properly. We took out the first fertilizer outlet because it was not airtight and made a new one. Basically what we used are glued connections with silicone as well, instead of the screwed ones, which we tried here before, which didn't work because they tended to leak. So now we can install the overflow and it's ready to use.
Espera aí que eu vou buscar uma para ti, toma essa.
To activate the bacteria, we fill the manure into those barrels and add a little bit of water. And during that I also try to remove all the hay we don't need. There are already living plenty animals in the manure. Here we keep the manure in the barrels and added water to activate the bacteria. And now we cover it. And now we need to wait a couple of days. Today's the day where we fill the manure into the biodigester. We try to remove the hay. It's not important to remove all of it, it just digests very much slower. This liquid stuff, not the hay, is the good stuff. Gives a lot of gas. We have to check the temperature and pH value to see that everything is going alright. Oh, we have 38 degrees already, which is perfect. We need 18 minimum, and we have 6.4 pH. And it should be a little bit higher, but it will take some time, and then it should be good. At the moment we are waiting for the biodigester to produce flammable gas, and yeah, while waiting we will use the time to rebuild the gasometer to store bigger amounts of gas than the bladder only. And yeah, I was taken apart to investigate for leaks, and one potential error was found here, where this metal piece was screwed in the plastic without a gasket or something. So it's pretty likely to leak here. And we will use one gasket on this side,
Or I can always ask Google.
where this hose connector will be with Teflon, and on the inside of the barrel there will be this gasket and then this nut. Needs to be tight, but not too tight. Now I'm going to fill the gasometer with a compressor, and then we can see if it's airtight, if it stays. After confirming that everything is airtight, we wait for the gas to fill the gasometer. Yeah, it's a couple days waiting now, I don't know how many. I think nearly a week, and I hope it's enough methane now. Last time it was too much CO2. No, the light doesn't work. Okay. Oh! Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm brushing. Oh, it's
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, we have a flame! Oh, I'm so happy. Finally.
We can almost go with the hot air.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now.
So cool. Finally.
Whoa. Wow.
Super cool.
And the flame is so blue because of the methane.
Blue.
Wow. Thank you all for watching.
See you in the next video.
Oh, so happy. Let's go to Cafe Martin.
Hey! Now I also want to join!
Everybody, and especially me, are very happy that we have the flame now. And that's why it's time now to feed the biodigester with our kitchen waste added to the cow manure. And for this we collect the compostable waste in this bin, and we feed it once a week and also add the same amount of water. And the kitchen waste we put here into the grinder, and it goes directly into the biodigester. I will now only add the rest of the water. Also, I try to push everything down now, so it goes from the pipe into the main chamber. And now I will leave for holiday, and hope everybody takes care of this and it don't dies or explodes while I'm away. And then we see how it continues when I'm back. So the biodigester is producing a lot of gas, and we want to use it and not use the propane gas we have. And for that we have this stove, which we received from Tamera. It was modified, which you can see here. Because you need a mixture with more gas than air, I used tape to close the air inlet and remove the nozzle to let more biogas out. To test it, how long, for how long we have the gas for, we will make a little tea. Gasometer is empty now because the flame stopped. And we didn't reach boiling the tea. We have 71 degree, and yeah, so we need to make some improvements with the stove and also the gasometer. But yeah, for now we have the tea. Who wants biodigester tea?
Cup. Thank you, everyone.
Oh. It's tea time. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's hot.
It works.
First improvement for the stove, I will build a wind protection out of leftover wood we have. Okay, the wind protection is done. Let's check it out. Yep, that's on. Wait. After 12 minutes, the water is boiling, and we don't have much more gas, but it's boiling. Nice. The gasometer can store gas to cook for 16 minutes, which is not a lot for us. So we will try to improve it. And the construction now looks very not good. It's very loose. So we'll try to build a new guidance. And then we can add more weight here to increase the pressure. And then we can store more gas. To build the new frame for the gasometer, we will use the best material in the world, basketball floor. Close this hole. I will use this piece of plastic I cut from a bucket from the trash. Yep, it's nice. Okay. Now we need the water. Okay, the water is full now. And I will test the function with the compressor. Okay, everything is connected now. Now we can open the valve and yeah, watch the gas being produced and stored here in the gasometer. Hello, it's still me, just with short hair. And it's been a while, it's going good. We're using the gas, which is very nice. But now today we also want to use the fertilizer. So for that we will use the kitchen waste we collect, put inside, and then the same volume should overflow and we can use it for the plants. Okay, here we have the pure fertilizer, and to use it I need some help. This is Alana.
Hi!
From Landscaping and General Help. So what do you think, where can we use it?
I think that the best place to use it would be on the fruit trees, because it shouldn't be something that we eat directly, no? So I think that would be, and I think they could do with some help.
Here we have the fertilizer. I think it's about 2 liters, and we need to dilute it with the ratio 1 to 10, so we will add 20 liters. And for this we can use the pipe which goes to the pond up here instead of our drinking water. It works. Everything with the biodigester is going good. That's it for this video. If you want, you can watch the next video in 4K 1 week ahead on Patreon, or if not, you can support us on YouTube. And see you next week.